Hello everyone. In this video, I will be talking about the pattern paper of first year B.H.M.S. What is the total mark distribution of which subject you have paper 1 and paper 2, and what is the criteria of your practical examination. So, welcome you all. Myself Shweta Anande and I am learning in second year B.H.M.S. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so and hit that like button. Also press that bell icon to get first notification of my videos for you. Now you all know that for final exam, that is your annual university exam, is for three subjects, that is anatomy, physiology including biochemistry and homeopathic pharmacy. I want to clear one doubt of most of the students, that whether do we have semester wise exam or a annual exam once in a year. So the answer is the BHMS students, we have to give only once exam in our academic year, whether it may be first year, second year, third or final year. That the exam is held by our university, that is Maharashtra University of Health Science, at our respective examination centers. So we do not have semester wise exam. Okay, some pre-term or prelim type exam may be conducted at your college level for your practice only. It is totally depend on that college only. Now first of all, we will see marks distribution for your first year. You are having three subjects, both theory and practical. So you have theory exam as well as practical exam in your first year. First we will see about the theory exam, which will be for your 500 marks of anatomy, physiology and pharmacy. Anatomy will be having paper first and paper second. Each of them will be 100 marks and anatomy total will be of 200 marks. Same is for the physiology, that is physiology 1 and physiology 2. Physiology having 200 marks, that is paper first and paper second. Now the pharmacy, it will be having 100 marks. It is having only one paper. So this is all about your theory examination, that is you will be have total 5 theory papers of 2 of anatomy, 2 of physiology and 1 of pharmacy. So this is about your theory examination having total 500 marks. Now about your practical examination, which will also for 500 marks, consisting anatomy 200 marks, physiology 200 marks and pharmacy for 100 marks. Now the practical examination of anatomy will be of divided into this some mark distribution, that is your diagram book will have 10 marks, dissection card will have 10 marks, viva and explanation of one organ and one bone will be of total 180 marks. Okay, then your physiology, that is record books for 10 marks, tutorial books 10 marks, viva and practical performation for 180 marks. In practical, you have to perform the practicals of biochemistry and hemat. Okay, so this is about your physiology. And then pharmacy. In pharmacy, you have record books for 10 marks, herbarium sheet for 5 marks, monographs for 5 marks and viva and practical performation for 80 marks. So there are some pictures like in anatomy practical, you have to explain one organ, the specimen of organ and the one bone out of our total bones of our body. Then in physiology practical, you have to perform the practical whether given to you by your examiner. Then for pharmacy also you have to perform one practical. Then the herbarium sheet that I was telling in your this herbarium for 5 mark, this is the herbarium sheet and you have to collect some 30 herbarium sheets or 30 specimen of plants, that is medicinal plant in our homeopathy. Okay, so this is about your herbarium, the practical performation of pharmacy. So this is total distribution of your practical exam for anatomy, physiology and pharmacy. Now, so this is the classification. Distribution of marks occurs you have your first year having total 1000 marks, out of which you have to score 500 marks combining both the theory and practicals, which means you have successfully passed in your first year. Let's look at the sample paper for you. It will be same for all the anat, physio and pharmacy with the questions according to that subject. Okay, so here I have one sample paper of anatomy 1. Now you have your theory paper for 100 marks. In case of anatomy and physiology, it will be 200 as there are part 1 and part 2, that is paper 1 and paper 2. So in your 100 marks theory paper, you have question number 1 to question number 7. Total 34 questions are there, from which you must have to attempt 21 questions out of each. Okay, let's discuss each question. So question number 1 will have 2 marks question each. There are 15 questions given from which you have to attempt 10 and which will give you 20 marks. So first question is for 20 marks. According to the new update from our university, it will have MCQs instead of 2 marks question. So please confirm it from your college or your respective teachers. Okay. So this is about your question number first, which will give you 20 marks. Now question number 2. Question number 2 is having short answer questions. It will given from which you have to solve 4 and which will give you 20 marks. That is 5 marks each. You have to attempt 4 short notes for 20 marks. Okay. Now question number 3. Question number 3 also have 6 SAQs from which you have to solve 4 and it will give you 20 marks. So till now we have seen question number 1, question number 2 and question number 3. Question number 1 2 marks each giving 20 marks. Question number 2 and question number 3 having 5 marks each question. You have to solve 4 and which will give you 20, that is 40 marks. So combinedly we have covered 60 marks till now. Let's go ahead. Now question number 4 is of LAQs, that is long answer question, each for 10 marks. 4 LAQs are given from which you have to attempt 2, that will give you 20 marks. At the end the big questions are waiting for you, that is LAQs long answer question, question number 5, question number 6 and question number 7. These are 3 questions for 20 marks each. From these from these 3 you have to attempt only 1 question for 20 marks. So has the end to your question paper of 100 marks, that is question number 1 2 marks each for 20 marks, question number 2 and question number 3 5 marks each short answer question for 40 marks, question number 4 long answer question 10 marks each for 20 marks, and question number 5 6 7 out of which you have to solve only one question for 20 marks. So this combined total form your 100 marks question paper. This pattern is for all your papers, that is anatomy, physiology and pharmacy. In next video, I will be talking about which chapters are covered in your paper first and paper second, that is chapter distribution for your paper 1 and paper 2 of anat and physiology. As your pharmacy paper is not in parts, all the syllabus is covered in one paper only. So till then, stay safe, stay healthy, keep learning, always dare to be wise. Like, share and subscribe.